So I've been shopping. So we got the brand new gasket here for the right hand clutch cover. Now I'm going to do the job, but I'm going to future proof. So I could just put a new gasket on, put the bike back together, but I've also been out and brought a seal which goes round the Kickstarter shaft, because the gearbox oil can actually come out between there. And I've also got a new tacho drive seal as well, because again the oil can come out of there. Now the ones in the bike are getting on for 50 years old, 50 years old, so it's worth actually replacing because rubber does go brittle over time. So I've got that. On the other side of the bike you've got the gear selector, and that's also got an oil seal around it as well. So I've got one of those, and I will switch attention to the left hand side of the bike once we get the right hand side done. But as I was ordering, save on postage, I ordered one of those as well. Also got myself some 6 to 8 mil petrol clips, because that pipe that connects onto the oil pump, which is the main engine oil feed pipe, that was weeping a bit at the bottom. I think it's where it actually seals to the pump, but I want to get a smaller clip on there so I can really crank it up and remove any chance of leakage from there. Because I was missing one of these long bolts, this was only about £10, I've got a complete brand new set of Allen bolts for the bike. So we'll start to put those back in as well, so that was good. I've also brought some emery paper to rub down just gently round the edge of the crankcase before I put it back together, make sure it's nice and smooth and flat. I've got myself some SI 5980 silicone seal. It's what people seem to recommend to use. And what we'll do is we won't squirt it on, we'll paint it on with a little paintbrush, so we don't get loads when we push the thing together and it all loses out or goes inside where the clutch is. And then finally I've got myself a dental pick set. Now I'm not going to be doing live dentistry on the channel. I brought this because I want it for the picks, because I can use that to pull the seals out. And then also there's this little handy mirror as well, which I can use if we was like looking under the bike or anything. So it's quite a nice little set. Very, very good for getting oil seals out, as I say. So there's all the bits and pieces. I think the next stage is we get to the bike and we put the thing back together. So here's the side cover, and here's the kickstart seal in this recess here. So I'm going to get the pick. I'll set you up on the tripod. We'll try and see if we can just pull it out, but I suspect it's going to be quite a tight fit, but we'll see how we go. If not, I'll have to get a little socket. We'll gently have to tap it back in, or come from the other side and use my drift and try and knock it out, or my punch, or whatever you call the thing. Right, so I think we'll try and have a go with this, see if I can just yank it out, and the answer is no. No, it's just pulling on the rubber. Oh, well, that shows you how strong these picks are then. Right, we'll have to come through from the other side, give it a gentle tap, I think. If I can get on it, that's the thing. Yeah, it looks like I can. Right, let me find a hammer. Right, let's see if we can tap this out. Just like we did with previous parts, we're just going to work our way round. Like something fell on the floor there. I don't know what that was. Don't feel like it's moving yet. And it's not. This isn't looking very good. I'm not liking the look of this. It's not looking like it's coming out. That hasn't moved. Okay, let me have a bash off camera, see if I can get anything moving. I might have to put a bit of wood or something underneath, take a bit more of the weight when I'm hitting it. Well, unfortunately, I've been tapping away, and then all of a sudden it came out. And what I was doing is coming through from the other side, putting my drift in, and I was just catching it on this top lid, and it's popped out. And there you can see inside. It's left the spring inside there, so wherever the pick's gone that fell off, here it is down here, the knackered one. So we can use that to get the spring out. And there is the unit, so we need to clean all that out now. And then the rest of my time, there's lots of dirt and stuff. You can see down inside here, we need to give this case a really good clean out. And the other one that we're going to do is there's a little rubber one down inside there, which I think is going to be even more of a pain to get out. We need to get it out. So anyway, we'll get cleaning first, and then we'll go after the other seal. So we've got the new one here to bang back in carefully. But yeah, I've got to get a lot of this crud off first. So here's the results of my morning's work. That's ready to be fitted. I've got to do the same again for the other side, but I'll tell you what, you could eat your dinner off that. I'm well pleased with that that's come up. I've also been in here and cleaned up this as well. This still had red gasket maker stuff all over it. So I've taken that off now, and I will be putting a bead of sealant around there for when we put the gasket on. So that's all done. So next thing now, this evening, because I've got to start work in a minute, is to go back and sort out the other face on the bike. Oh, I've still got to clean this out as well, make that ready for the new seal to go in. But yeah, well pleased with how that's come up. And it's all about the preparation. So just off camera, I've just cleaned up all the inside here, ready for fitting of the new seal. So my plan now is to adjourn to the bike and do the same thing that we did this morning. Clean up all the case, get all the bits and pieces out so it comes up as new as this one. Well, I just had a look at my bearing drifts, and I haven't got anything small enough to tack this in. So what we're going to have to do is get this on a flat surface. I'll have to go and see if I can find a socket which will fit round there, turn it upside down and gently bang it in. Let's go and have a look what we got at the toolbox. So I've been trying to set my stuff up. So that's a 15. Maybe go to, it's a 16. It's a 17. 17 is not bad. We'll give that a gentle tap and see whether that'll knock it in. I've changed to a 16mm socket because that actually fits right inside. So as I hammer in, it'll definitely make sure it goes home. So we'll get some grease. We'll grease up the sides of this, not too much, just a smither, and then we'll put it on there as square as we can and attempt to bang the thing home. Yeah. Here's the one that came out. It's knackered. Right, let's find the grease. Right, I've got you in nice and close. I'm going to use my bearing drift, possibly. Ah, it's gone in crooked. Bugger. Right, we'll have to try and save it. She's in. Lovely, look at that. Right, she's in. I had a slither of rubber come off there. I hope I haven't knackered the seal. So we'll have to see how we go with that. It looks to be in. Only time will tell. But yeah, I'm not too impressed with that coming off. Could be a sliver of the seal. So that may be coming back out, but we can do that when it's on the bike, possibly. I don't know. Only time will tell. So the plan now is to get that rubber seal out the inside of there. I'm going to try with my new picks. I'm probably going to have to work outside to do this because it's hard to see down in there and work in the garage because it's a bit dark. Let's give it a go. I've moved it at the bottom here. What I'm doing is putting my screwdriver in and just levering either side like that to get it to go. And it seems to have moved, so hopefully I've got it on the go. So I'll keep doing that and hopefully we'll get the thing out. Well, I'll put the camera down, hit it again, and it's come right out. So let's hook that out. Probably need a pick. Ah, that looks different to the one I've brought. I've got to be careful I don't drop it down the drain below me. Hang on. Come on, off you come. Off you come. Oh, God. Gosh, everything's difficult. There it is. Right, and it's sided. So let's dry my hands and we'll fit the new one. But there it is, and you can see from the underside, that's the bit that you can't see, that's the bit you can see. So the flat bit with the writing goes on the top, so it goes down in there, and that bit's underneath. That does look slightly different to what I've got. Let's compare them side by side. Right, so I've got an 8mm 1/2" drive socket that fits right down in there. So I'm going to use that on the top of there to push that back in. There goes my tissue. Right, let's get set up. Right, so we carefully drop that on, making sure we get it the right way up. On it goes. Then we're going to take our socket, push it down there so it's there. And then I'm just going to give that a few little taps just to seat that home. And that looks like it's gone in. Just have a little tap on this top bit here. Yep, that looks to me like that's gone home. So that looks a pretty good seal. So that's done. Now obviously I had a leak coming out of here and my gearbox oil was coming out. What I don't want to do is put all this back together and in 2 or 3 months time it starts leaking from here, and then in 3 or 4 months time after that it starts leaking from there. While you've got it in bits, it's better to do the tacho drive seal, the kickstart seal, do the gasket, and then put some sealant around on the oil pump and bolt that back on again. So right, we're ready to put this thing back together now. Let's get back to the garage.